Hey y'all, it's me again, and we are doing the fifth installment, I believe it is, of the video series about Meniere's disease, which I have first presented November 2004, diagnosed September 2005, and here we are in May of 2017. And I want to start, this is going to be a two-part series on this one. It goes back to December, when it was really getting more pronounced, people posting in Meniere's groups on Facebook, and even in other places I started seeing the same question. And it's not just outsiders who don't have Meniere's disease, who may not even live with someone who has Meniere's disease, that it's also been by people who have Meniere's disease been asking the question. And that question is, has Meniere's affected your life? And if so, how? That's what prompted all of this, doing this series. And I think I finally got tired of seeing that question, and the short answer that I continued to type into the comments was, oh yeah, it's affected. And when someone said, that final time, how, I was like, you got a couple hours. Because to really go through everything in every way that Meniere's has affected my life, it would take a while. Just getting into detail and everything. Because there is not one aspect of my life that has not been affected by Meniere's disease. Not one. I have tried to think of ways that it hasn't impacted my life at all, but there aren't any. From the simplest little thing to big things that I can no longer do, which a lot of them are outside the home. Today I want to focus on things that are inside the home and ways that I've been affected. Start with the obvious. Getting dressed. I used to have no problem, jumping up out of bed. Then, even if I didn't get my clothes ready the night before, sometimes I used to. Most times I didn't. I could go to the closet, go to my drawers, get out the clothes that I wanted to wear, or stand there and pick and choose. It's like, I don't know. Every woman has done this. You pull out about 10 different outfits, and then you go back to the very first one you pulled out and you wear that. I don't do that anymore. Sometimes I will start planning my outfit a week in advance. I already have my clothes laid out that I'm going to wear tomorrow to the dentist. I put them out last week, and I will not change my mind. I'll alter it some for Friday when I go to the market, because it's supposed to be very, very chilly on Friday. So I'll have to just alter it, put on a sweater or something that I can just pull out of the closet back here on my way out the door. But getting dressed, I can't stand in front of the closet or in front of my dresser drawers and take my time deciding. I have to plan it out ahead of time and lay things out ahead of time, because I'm not going to have the energy to really do that. I want to save as much energy as I can because I have to go out that door back here, down the steps, and depending on where I'm going, I'm going to have walking and stuff to do, and I'm going to need that extra energy. I can't put my clothes on standing up. I sit down to put on everything because, and not just pants, I'm talking about every article of clothing, because I've actually fallen over just trying to put a shirt on. So now I sit down to put everything on. I get partially dressed in the bathroom, and then I come in here and I take a break and I rest up a bit, just sitting here maybe looking at email or Facebook, and I'll watch the clock. My driver will be here at such and such a time. I've still got to put on my pants, my shoes, so it could take me a couple of hours just to get dressed in the mornings. I can no longer take a shower the morning of, because again, that takes too much energy, and my head just gets, and I never know if I'm going to get into the shower and have a drop attack. Another area that's been affected, I keep a chair in the shower. I have a handheld shower head. Whereas I used to take showers every other day, I have dry scalp, so I couldn't wash my hair every day, so definitely every other day. Now, I may not be feeling up to taking a shower. And I may have to go, I've gone a week without taking a shower because of Meniere's disease. Because I know there's a chance, because I'm not feeling steady, that if I get in that shower, I will fall and hurt myself. I lean against either the vanity in the bathroom or the door frame just to brush my teeth. When I gargle, I hold on to the door, to the vanity, to be able to gargle. I can no longer cook the way I used to. I have not used my oven in years because I would end up falling into the oven and burning myself trying to put things in or get things out. I do have a little toaster oven that I use, but I don't do all of the cooking and everything like I used to. Cleaning, I used to clean my apartment once a week. Now, I'm lucky if I can get one part cleaned once a month. I haven't dusted in here for a couple of months at least, but I do try. I do what I can when I can. I try, because I don't have a lot of dishes and stuff, I try to do the dishes every morning after I eat breakfast. And then when things get out of hand because I'm not feeling up to it, they collect in there and I'll end up running the dishwasher. I do have a local place. It's called Love's Kitchen. They prepare meals. It's kind of like Meals on Wheels, except it's not government funded. They take donations, and they do not ask any money from the recipients. They bring me meals every Thursday, so that's at least one meal, sometimes two a day. Not because they bring me extra meals. It's only 7, but I don't eat the sweets. And sometimes they'll have like bagels and stuff as the bread for the meal, and I'll put them aside. And that would be breakfast or a snack or something one day. So at least one meal a day. I don't have to worry about doing anything more than just putting it in the microwave. I struggle just trying to sit up. So some days when there's barometric activity, it's worse. And I'll end up lying here on the couch. I have teddy bears that I cuddle with. And the television may be on, a movie or whatever. But I'll lay here sometimes just crying. I'll put the heating pad. I have this special heating pad that's actually meant to go around the neck. It's lavender aromatherapy. But what I do with it is I wrap it around my head so that it's, it goes around the back, and I have one part on each ear, and I can lie here with the heating pad on my ears. That helps with the pain that I get in my ears from the barometric disturbances. Just moving around. It turns out I arranged my apartment the way it is before I got sick. But it's the perfect arrangement for having Ménières, because there's only one spot in my apartment that I'm in on a regular basis where I have to go more than one step or 2 steps without holding onto a wall or a piece of furniture. And I do. I hold onto the walls. I hold onto the furniture everywhere. Just to make sure I'm balanced. When I'm having really off days, I use a quad cane. When I'm vertigo, I definitely use the quad cane and keep my eyes closed and mostly stay in bed. But this is only a small bit of how Ménières has affected me in my home. There's just so much writing was on my list. I'm a writer. I'm a reader. I can't read like I used to. I used to be able to read at least one book a week. Now, if I'm sitting with a regular book, I'm lucky if I can read 2 paragraphs at once. Using my Kindle, I can read a few pages because I can make it bigger. The font bigger, and I can lie here and have that. Writing, I don't write anywhere near as much as I used to. Brain fog is one of the biggest components against me with my writing, and things will just get going so crazy. But also being able to sit up, I use pen and paper. Don't necessarily need the computer to do my writing, but it helps to have it close by for research. I've got so many things started, but I just can't get them finished because of the Ménière's disease. And again, this is just a small portion of how it's affected me. And the next time I'm going to get into how Ménière's disease has affected me when I go outside that front door. And again, feel free to put comments, in the YouTube posts. Feel free to make comments in the blog post or on Facebook, or message me with any questions. And as I can, I will try to answer all questions that are asked. But for now, we're just going to keep moving forward. I promise.